An update on my ex has a restraining order against me and now lives in the same apartment complex. The public defender that represented me was no longer practicing in the NYC area, but I retained a lawyer who was a friend of a friend who had experience in this area. My lawyer got references from my PO, employer, and A sponsor. Our goal was to get the restraining order modified to a simple no-contact order with no distance requirements so I could continue living with my partner. I spoke to the judge, told him my story, what I had done to correct my past transgressions. He reviewed my record. We submitted our references. During this time period I was crashing on a friend's couch as to not violate my protective order. PO said I had paid my fines, followed all the rules, and never once had to remind me of my restrictions, and so forth, and said he was impressed with my turnaround. My employer said that I was always early, never seemed to be under the influence or hangover from anything, and even at our company functions was very open and honest about my sobriety and didn't partake in drinking. My A sponsor said good things about me too. How he was impressed with my maturity, and openness on my alcoholism and addiction. Then the judge asked my ex-wife to speak. My ex-wife said she was shocked by my turnaround. She said that it seemed unfair to her to require me to move because she moved into my building unknowingly and that she no longer felt threatened by me. This was a shock to both my lawyer and I, as I expected my ex to want to keep the protective order in place. The judge said that he wouldn't modify the protective order but lift it entirely as he felt it had served its purpose, and that based upon my references, my testimony, and most importantly the testimony of my ex, that he didn't see how keeping it place was benefiting anymore. He did tell my ex that if she ever felt threatened or in danger because of something I said or did, she could contact the police. The judge then told me his main reason for lifting the order was to allow me to live in my current apartment, but advised it was a good idea to avoid contact with my ex to avoid any potential complications down the road. He reminded me because of my past it wouldn't take much to get another protective order put in place. I told the judge I had no intention of contacting to my ex, and I was thrilled that I don't have to move and get to stay with my current girlfriend. So over the course of this weekend I moved back into my apartment with my girlfriend. I'm glad this was resolved.